This is the Expomaker X Aula F65 PRO, a refresh of the non-Pro version of the keyboard with a new keycap design, different switch options, as well as sacrificing an extra key for a knob. It's a 65% keyboard with a super creamy sound profile. Before we get started, I want to make a disclaimer that this video isn't sponsored per se, but I am part of Amazon Vine, which lets you order select products for free, but it becomes taxable income. Basically, I still do have to pay money for this keyboard, but not exactly full price. With that out of the way, let's get to the unboxing. In the box, it's pretty minimal. You'll get the keyboard itself, a keycap and switch puller, the non-braided USB-C cable, and 2 extra switches. It doesn't come with any extras like alternative keycaps, which can be fairly annoying. It does have tri-mode connection, meaning you can use a wire, this dongle, or Bluetooth. Honestly, I did not test Bluetooth, mainly because I'm not a fan of using Bluetooth on keyboards. I did connect it to my Android phone and confirm that it works, though I do feel a tiny bit of latency, which wasn't comfortable, reinforcing why I usually don't use Bluetooth, like ever. My first impressions were kinda meh. I know that taste is subjective, but I'm not exactly a fan of the new keycap designs. The non-Pro version had 2 colorways, black and light blue. For the Pro, as of writing, if you want either the new switch options, you have to get the black topographic keycaps, while the Greywood and Reaper switches only come in the gradient gray keycaps. I honestly prefer how the gradient gray ones look, but I wanted to review one of the new switches, so I had to get the black topographical keycaps. Outside of that, I like the build. Keycaps are plenty thick, about 1.5mm in thickness, which is on par with what I've seen before. Its body is plastic, but there's no light bleed anywhere it shouldn't be, just some light bars on the side. Beware that it's not really easy to open up though, in case you want to make any mods. I didn't open it up because I didn't really feel like I needed to, since it's already packed with a lot of dampening, and has hot swap switches, meaning if I really wanted to, I could swap out the switches it came with. But again, I honestly didn't feel like I needed to. The keyboard I have right here is the variant with LEOBOG's ice crystal switches. Linear switches with slightly shorter travel distance and actuation force compared to the average linear switch. The other new switch is the ISOL switch, which has even less travel and actuation force, but it's a tactile switch instead. These switches have a nice and deep sound. I put the extra 2 switches into my daily driver keyboard, which is a Keychron Q1 with knob. It has some GMK clone keycaps as well as Gateron Pro Reds. Take a listen to the difference. The ice crystal switches are on the left, and the Gateron Pro Reds are on the right. It definitely has a more muted sound rather than the super clacky sound that the Gateron Pro Reds have. Everything's also pre-lubed and feels pretty good. The weird thing is that on the Amazon listing, the Switch looks like this, while in reality I got this with the box style stem, and the stem isn't transparent, so I'm not sure what's up with that. Overall, they feel pretty much like every other linear lubed Switch, but I tend to prefer lighter switches, so I'm pretty happy with these. The typing experience on this board is extremely soft. When I bottom out, it feels a lot less harsh than I'm used to, and may be a bit jarring if used to more stiff presses. The Gasket performance is very good. It's plenty flexible in the center, and very flexible on the outside corners, which probably contributes to the soft feeling. Let's move on to some cons. There's no adjustable feet, which honestly I never use anyway, but the option would be nice. The dongle is placed kinda weird and juts out, meaning that it feels less protected and secure than being fully inside the keyboard. There is a magnet that helps keep it in, which does help though. The lack of included extra keycaps is a big bummer in my opinion. I've bought the Expomaker TH80 Pro in the past, and that came with alternative keycaps for functions like print screen, and included a way to swap to Mac labels. This keyboard doesn't come with those, which may be fine for some people, but if you really care about aesthetics, then this is definitely a knock against it. The knob is a strange inclusion on this keyboard. When you turn it, due to the size and aesthetics, the knob is placed really close to the backspace and delete keys, which means when you go to turn it a large amount, your fingers will have to kind of swipe at it from the side or the top, as opposed to just grabbing and turning it like this. Finally, this is just me, but I use Linux and the lack of software support is annoying since I wasn't able to test out the customization features. There's also no Mac version of the software listed in their website for some reason. Outside of that, there's very little to complain about. Wired and wireless appear to be running at 1000 Hz, and in my extremely scientific experiment testing latency between wireless mode, wired mode, and my Keychron Q1, appeared to be within margin of error. Alright, I know what you're really here for, the sound test. Here it is. How was that? It's super creamy and satisfying sounding. Next, I'll alternate between this keyboard and my daily driver keyboard so you can hear the difference between them. Overall, I'm very impressed with the board, and it feels like a pretty good value, although there are other form factors of this board available for similar prices if you prefer those instead. Thanks for watching, I hope this helped you out. If you have any questions, post a comment and I'll do my best to answer. If there's enough questions, I might make a follow-up Q&A video. Subscribe for more tech reviews, and I will see you next time.